What's up? What's up? Trilogy Fit. Just finishing a workout, a crazy workout, man. My biceps, my chest, uh, everything hurts. Mainly bicep and chest, though. But anyway, I mean, what's going on with people? I mean, we have become extremely tribal, right? There is no logical thinking anymore, right? It's just there is no middle ground. There is no okay. Let's try to look at both sides. It's either this way or it's that way, and those two sides constantly clash, and ignorance uh, takes a front seat. Critical thinking and intelligence just flush down the toilet. Look, I'm the first person to say that the media is not a information place, right? It's not where you should get educated from. You know, the media is built today to entertain. However, not everything that the media puts out there is bull. They take something that's real and they expand it, right? Because they have to stretch this out for days. This is a 24-hour news cycle, right? On top and a 7-day a week news cycle. So they're going to exaggerate on that one concept. It doesn't mean that that small concept or that one concept isn't worth being worried about, isn't worth talking about, isn't worth critically thinking about. So, for instance, the pandemic. The pandemic is real. It's happened before in our history. It has happened horrendously in our history. I believe that we as humans have evolved. Our systems have evolved. I don't think there'll ever be another pandemic where, excuse me, 50 million people will die. However, with the mitigation factors that we put in, we can see that we stopped this from being so much more horrible than it is. However, I think there are some places that are a little too worried about, oh my God, every single death, and they're holding back and trying not to open up their cities and their states. I think that you have to come to the middle. I think they are trying to stay extreme in that sense, and then there's other states that are trying to be extreme. Let's just open up. But that's not what I'm talking about. I was just trying to make that as an example in terms of media. Anybody that says that what happened to this individual, what happened to this black man, Arbery, anybody that thinks that this is an exaggeration of what happened is part of the problem. The media is going to take this and, of course, talk about it 24 hours and talk about it 7 days a week for the next couple of months. That doesn't take away from the fact that what happened was blatantly racist. What happened was horrendous. What happened must be taken care of, must be dealt with harshly. And what happens is something that has been happening in this country since its inception. And if you're not angry about that, then you really need to look within yourself and wonder whether you give a damn about certain type of people, certain people, right? So don't push it away and say, "Oh, the media is exaggerating it." That's a cop out. So you don't have to deal with the real issue, which is one race is constantly thinking that they could get away with whatever they want against the other races because they're the larger and more powerful race. And this is an inherent problem in this country constantly. What you're going to see, mark my words, the demographics of this country are changing drastically. They say by the year 2050, the whole group of minorities are going to be as much as the white race. That's huge. That's huge because it's about a power struggle. And if you don't work to get along with the people, the other races within this country, then you're going to see a lot of bad things happen, a lot of clashes. And so therefore, it behooves every single race, but especially the race in power, to make sure that we all have equality. Because as the demographics change and you don't make sure we all have equality, then the tables are going to turn. And ugly, ugly things are going to begin to happen in this country. We need to call it for what it is. This was one of the most horrible and racist blatantly racist thing I have ever seen in my life. It goes to show that there are some white Americans that look at people of color as inferior. That even the people, the first prosecutor, the sheriff, said that yeah, these people are good people. They would never do that without even looking into it. If a black guy or a Latino guy killed a white dude, you think that the sheriff would say, well, no, these guys are good people. They're cool. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to look into it. It's all right. It goes to show the privilege that it is to be white. And if that video wasn't posted, these individuals are going free. Not one thing would have happened. Can think about that. Two people would have gotten away with murder, with racist murder. I mean, we live in the year 2020, man. We live in the year 2000. This has to stop, man. This has to stop. It makes absolutely no sense in a country that is mixed and full of all these beautiful different cultures and races for us to live this way. Because once again, there will be a reckoning as the demographics and the power structure changes, and we don't start treating everybody equally, you're going to have worse things happen to every race. So start now. Make an example of these two individuals. Let it be known that this is no longer, that this is unacceptable. This is no longer acceptable in this country, because we aren't a country of one race. We are a country of many, and each one matters. White, black, Latino, Asian, Native American, all of them matter just the same. Trilogy Fit.